Hey everybody, Rick here. We are back at Metro Springs, Kansas, in front of the Decade of Wheels Museum, Car Museum. They've done their 3-month rotation, so they got some cars in here. So we thought we would take a look and see what they got. So like I always say, if you're not doing anything, come on along and follow us. Okay, well we made it through the lobby and paid our admission and all that. So the first thing we find is 2 Hondas. Well, no, take that back. One's a Honda and one's a Harley Davidson. But this has a placard on it. 1973 Honda CB175. Was produced from 1969 to 1973. They came with a 174cc 4-stroke and a 5-speed gearbox. It had electric and kickstart options. This is a street legal bike with turn signals, brake lights, and a headlight. All right. Okay, now here you go. This looks like a Dodge. It's all decked out. It's got the big bumpers on it, the LED lights there, the cable, and then it's got this huge, this must be like an exhaust system or something, and it's got a textured, it's almost like it's not real glossy, and it's a textured, it's got kind of a rough texture to it. Oh, it's got those big LED lights all the way around the cargo rack up there. Now that's different. This is 1999 Dodge Durango. Wow, okay. It was built off the Dakota frame and offered seating for up to 7 passengers. This Durango was customized to be an off-road vehicle that features 4-inch lift, 33-inch mud tires, custom bumper, roof rack, snorkel, and the whole body is rhino lined. Rhino lined. Okay, that's what I was trying to say or think of, and I couldn't think of it. Rhino lined. Okay, well that's definitely different. Oh, look here. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. This is a 2014 Rally Fighter. Oh, look at the paint job on that. It is, wow. Well, let's just take a look at the car and then we'll read the placard and see what it says. It is really a very large vehicle. Engine compartment. And we'll go down here and Rally Fighter. Okay. Boy, look at that. That's a lot of room in there, more than what you would think. Oh, I like that bumper. God bless America. Okay, I really, I'm at a total loss. Let's read what it says here. The Rally Fighter is a local motorist product from Chandler, Arizona. It is assembled in micro factories where the purchaser of the car can go assist with assembly of the vehicle, allowing it to be tilted as a kit car. In the U.S., powered by a 6.2-liter LS3 from General Motors with a 4-speed automatic transmission. The Rally Fighter can be seen on Top Gear, Transformers, Age of Extinction, and The Fate of the Furious. Okay, and other than that, it really doesn't have a make or a model. But I do love that paint job. Look at that. It is really nice. Okay. Rally Fighter. Okay. I've never seen one of these. I was trying to think what it kind of halfway resembled, but I am at a total loss on that one. Okay. Here's a 1977 Ford Bronco. I think it'd be really cool to own one of these. The 1977 Ford Bronco. Competition for the Jeep CJ5. Okay, all right. It's a lot bigger than what it looks. It's really it would be wonderful to go down dirt roads and that sort of thing. Oh boy, here you go. An Army Jeep. (1989) General Humvee. Humvee was put into service for the U.S. military in 1983 as a light utility vehicle. It was used in many other militaries across the world, such as Egypt, Greece, and Switzerland. Oh, okay. Boy, it is huge. Look at that interior. These came out after I got out. Well, they come out while I was still in, but they were not offered in my neck of the woods. I never got to drive one of these. I drove a lot of other military vehicles, just not that particular one. This big Suburban, looks Chevy Suburban. This is a 1989 Chevy K5 Blazer. It was Chevrolet's answer to the Ford Bronco. The Chevrolet's answer to the Ford Bronco was the Blazer, with production starting in 1969. The second generation Blazer has a 350 CI-V8, removable hardtop for the rear using half-cab design. Oh, yeah, I knew those tops came off. Oh, howdy. Great big van. General Motors. It's all decked out. Boy, really nice. Look at this. Oh, wow. 18th Vandura. Used by the crime-fighting team of Hannibal, Templeton, Peck, H.M. Murdoch, and B.A. Baracus. This van was used to carry many different things, such as a mini printing press, audio surveillance as seen here, Hannibal's disguise kits, and a gun storage locker. It was used in car chases and even a few races. Well, I know it's got a no reel-to-reel back there. And look at those captain chairs. I'm going to kind of go down the side here because it's got all kinds of things on the walls. And then motorcycles. Some old pedal cars. There's all kinds of signage up here. These old pedal cars are pretty cool. And here's a big historic Route 66, kind of like a collage of pictures, different kinds of automobiles. It says historic Oklahoma US 66, right in the middle. An old Pennsylvania Petroleum motor oil sign, and some more pedal cars. '56 Chevy Bel Air. It's really nice. Okay, well, I think we got this room pretty much done. There's another farm tractor, tractor, I guess I should say. Okay, well, I think we got this room pretty much done. And there's more on the other side. I'll just kind of make one more sweep here, and then we'll go on. Well, they really changed them out this time. It was like a week or two ago. It's like every 3 months they rotate out their vehicles. Oh, they really did this time. This is all different over here. Okay, we'll go over to the next room over here. First thing we see is a Ghostbusters car. The vehicle used in the movie. It wasn't the vehicle. It's a replica, because I've seen these all over. Branson, Missouri has a movie car museum, and the Ghostbusters car is there as well. Let's see if we can get a look at all those lights on top of that. 2 light bars on top of that. And then way up at the very top, looks like a radar dish of some sort. And then that yellow object, I'm not sure what that is. And then another light bar in the back. And then a tank of some sort. And then more lights. Boy, this thing is loaded. And this is, of course, a Cadillac. Wow, really nice. Let's kind of walk in the front here. And there's one of the Ghostbusters sitting in the driver's seat. This is called Ecto 1. Built by the ghost fighting duo in New York, the 1959 Cadillac Ectomobile, or Ecto 1 for short, was a conversation car from Miller and Meteor, who made hearses and ambulances. This car is very rare, as only 400 is made. It is powered by a 6.3-liter V8 engine. The car stock weighs over 6,000 pounds. Wow-wee, that is crazy. And of course, here's the front of the vehicle. And then there's some items on here that were probably used as ghost fighting equipment, maybe. And then here's what might have been like a backpack. But that is just so cool. Look at that. It's really very large. Very large. I'd love to show those lights on that light up. Here's another Cadillac. This is a convertible over here. Very nice. White interior. I cannot get back there as close as I can get. I love those tires though. Look at those white wall tires. And look at the front of this. Just solid. Just chrome everywhere. Look at that. Really nice. Old air pump here. 1959 Cadillac El Dorado. For the first time in 1959, the DeVilles and the El Dorados were moved from the Series 6.2 line up to their own. The design was changed from the bigger, bulkier design for a lower, longer design. It was offered in a two-door hardtop or convertible with a 390 CI-V8 and 4-speed transmission as the only powertrain options. Boy, howdy, a 390 CI-V8 engine. Well, this car would get up and run. And there's, of course, an air pump. Look at those original. It's even got the original, of course, Cadillac hubcaps, the white wall tires. Look at that interior. Absolutely beautiful interior. And then we have the 1989, I believe, version of the Batmobile. And the rear fins on this are really very large. Now the car museum, the movie car museum in Branson, Missouri, they have the 1966 Batmobile, which I personally prefer that. There's also a Route 66 car museum in Springfield, Missouri, in their downtown area. And I've been there a few years ago. Everything on this car is very large. It's just incredibly large. The Batmobile was used by Batman, Bruce Wayne, to fight crime around Gotham City. It is used for high-speed pursuits, prisoner transport, flight control, and anti-tank warfare. When and now out on the road, you can find it housed in the Batcave hidden under Wayne Manor, if you can find a secret entrance through the waterfall. This car is built on a 1987 Corvette chassis. It is powered by a 5.7 liter V8. Cool. It's actually got a jet turbine, I do believe, on the front, and I was told one time we were here that that actually works. This is a big chopper, V8 chopper. Look at the engine on this chopper. Wow. That is one huge bike. It's a trike, actually. These are, because it's got the two tires in the back and the one in the front, these are trikes. I bet this will get up and run with that size of that engine in that. Oh, here you go. Now we're going to look. This is a Lincoln Continental, two-door hardtop. And the hardtops were, the windows would roll all the way down where it resembled a convertible, except of course it didn't have the soft top. That's why they're called the hardtops, two-door hardtops. And it's got all your very nice, look at that, all that, you probably can't tell it in the video, but it's got all the electronic. And those seats are really nice. Look at those seats. Kind of a burgundy, really very nice. These cars are a block long. Look at this. Boy, look at that. That is really, really nice. This is actually a 1966 Lincoln Continental. The fourth generation Continental was offered in three styles: two-door, four-door hardtop, or convertible. It was only offered with V8 engines from 430-462 CI and 3-speed automatic transmission. The 462 was the largest engine to ever be used in a Ford passenger car. The 66 was completely redesigned, growing 5 inches longer. The interior was also updated with tilt steering wheel and 8-track player. Now that's really going back. I actually owned an 8-track players in my vehicles back in the day. Before, of course, cassette and CDs and all that came out. Now here is a Chevrolet Super Sport 454 engine. Let's go up here and see if we can look at the interior. Boy, really nice interior. Two-door convertible. Let's see if we can go on around here. Another gas pump. Marathon Mile Maker. Gas pump. 1971 Chevelle is all it says. But it's got the big 454 engine in it. I guarantee you those things will pass everything except the gas station. And this car here is also another two-door convertible Chevelle. This is a 1967 Chevelle. Introduced in 1964, the Chevelle was released to compete with the full-sized Ford Fairlane. The Chevelle came in many different variations: sedans, coupes, convertible station wagons, and the coupe utility El Camino. They came equipped with an inline 6 all the way to a 396 V8. The Chevelle was the only new car to hit the market in 1964. The Chevelle had a complete body change in 1966, but was still considered a first generation. And this here is a 1967 Chevy El Camino. The 1967 Chevy El Camino was first introduced in 1959 to compete with Ford's El Ranchero. The El Camino was considered a coupe utility. The second generation El Camino followed the Chevelle styling for the grille, trim, and front bumper. Air shocks were standard equipment to allow the driver to level whatever they loaded in the bed. And it was like a pickup, actually. It had I'll show you here a little bit. Of course, that's got a covering over it. That's a Super Sport. And here's a 1973 Plymouth Scamp. I actually had a Plymouth Scamp once. Now, it did not look like this. Not by any stretch of the imagination. 1973 Plymouth Scamp. In 1973, you could get a Plymouth versions of the A body with 3 different nameplates. The Valiant was a sedan, the Duster was a coupe, and the Scamp was a hardtop coupe. The Scamp is an automobile which was manufactured by Plymouth Division of the Chrysler Corporation in the United States from 1960 through 1976. I think I had actually I think what I had was the Duster. Although that was a very long time ago. It was one of them I had. And of course, here's your Pontiac GTO, 1964. Pontiac GTO. Very classic, very, very, very nice. '64 Pontiac GTO. John DeLorean, Bill Collins, and Russ G. were responsible for the GTO's creation. The first generation of the GTO was a muscle car produced in 1960 through the 1970s. Although some were introduced earlier than the GTO, it is considered by some to have started the trend with all 4 domestic automakers. The GTO was selected as the Motor Trend Car of the Year in 1968 and is one of the fastest cars ever manufactured by Pontiac. And of course, this is a two-door hardtop 1969 Ford Torino. This was produced by Ford for the North American market between 1968 and 1976. The car was named after the city of Turin, Italy. The Torino was initially an upscale variation of the intermediate sized Ford Fairlane. They just don't make engines like that anymore. And of course, there's all kinds of signage on the walls. Okay, now we're going to go look at these. Now this, look how low that sits. Let's go up here and see if we can get now this interior has been completely redone. This is actually a 1950 Mercury Coupe. Let's see if I can get the front of it here. Yeah, that's a Mercury Coupe. The Mercury 8 is an automobile that was marketed from 1939 to 1951. It was offered in 8 different body styles, including coupe sedans, convertibles, and station wagons. The car is based off a 1990s Hot Wheels car called Purple Passion. This car has been customized with a chop top, airbags, 350 Ci V8 engine, updated sound system, and vintage air. And then here is a 1954 Ford Crestline Victoria. Wow. These were the top of the line. The Crestline was introduced in 1952 as a top trim level offered from Ford. It was offered in 3 packages: the Victoria, the Sunliner, and the Country Squire. This car is a prime example of the lead sled before a Bondo and body filler lead was melted into the damaged body panels to fix damage or imperfections. This Victoria has had the top chopped 2.5 inches and a Carson top installed. Door handles have been shaved and custom Thunderbird interior, along with many other modifications. Okay. Yeah, oh, it does set low. Let's see if we can get a peek at the inside. Oh yeah, you can tell that's been modified. Okay, well, I barely touched that chain and it broke. Okay, good thing it didn't hit the car. Okay, well, we'll go on here. Oh, I like that tire cover. The old mansion with the tree there. That is really, really nice. And I love that top. Let's kind of just go back through here a little bit and we'll get another look at this. I've been here, I don't know how many times, and I've never been disappointed. I've always had very, very nice, collectible type vehicles. Really nice. Now there's yet another room of cars. So we're going to go on. We'll just start this way and we'll work our way on down. This is a 2014 Z28. It was only one of only 440 built. Wow. And I love that striping on that. Really nice. Kind of walk out here and give another perspective of this 2014 C28. And then the next is the Ford Mustang. This is a 2014 Shelby GT350. And I just want you to take a look at that engine. That's crazy. The Shelby GT350 is an upgrade package offered from the Shelby Motorsports in Las Vegas, Nevada. This starts with a stock GT Mustang and changes things like the suspension, body panels, and engine upgrades. The base package offered 430 horsepower, while the GTSC package could be ordered at either 525 horsepower or 624 horsepower. Wow. This is a 2009 Nissan GTR. 2009 Nissan GTR is a successor to the previous Skyline GTR. The car is built in Japan. The engine is hand-built by specially trained mechanics called Takumi craftsmen. Their name is badged on every engine. It is powered by a twin-turbo V6 producing 480 horsepower and 430 feet per pound of torque with an automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. The Nissan states the top speed is 196 miles per hour and 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds using launch control. Wow. The car can be changed into different driving modes with a flip of a switch. Wow. My goodness. And here is a 2013 SRT Viper. The fifth generation Viper was debuted in 2012 at the New York Auto Show. This new generation featured an all-aluminum 511 Ci VT rated at 640 horsepower. It is mated to a 6-speed manual transmission with a max speed of 208 miles per hour at a 0 to 60 time of 3.5 seconds. In 2015, the SRT name was taken off the Viper and the name was changed to Dodge Viper. Production for the Viper ended in 2017 and the Connor plant was permanently closed on August 31st of 2017. So these are definitely collector's items as they're no longer made. And here's a wide body Corvette, and there's not a whole lot of information. But that's definitely Corvette. And there's a 2019 Corvette ZR1. I'm going to try to get up here just a little bit to let you check this out. Look at that. Wowee. This 2019 ZR1 as the all-American supercar. It is the most fastest, most powerful, and the loudest Corvette ever built. At an amazing 214 miles per hour, it will warp your perception of speed. The 2019 Corvette is going to be the last front-engine powered Corvette for the foreseeable future, or perhaps forever. This one is equipped with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 DI and PFI engine, giving it 755 horsepower at 63,000 RPM and 715 pound-per-foot of torque at 4,400 RPM, with a 7-speed manual transmission and an active rev matching and 3.42 ratio rear axle. Oh, boy, I tell you what. Oh, man. Ooh-wee. That's crazy. I like that down there. It's cool. Okay, now we're going to go look at this 2018 DDR Goliath Mustang. Okay, well, it is, I guess it is, DDR Goliath. The DDR Mustang package is designed by Dave Comstock, Daddy Dave from History Channel Street Outlaws in Metro Ford of Oklahoma City. It makes 750 horsepower and 520 pounds per foot of torque thanks to the help of the ProCharger and a custom tune. It also features custom billet badging, Belgian wheels, and stainless steel exhaust. This car is number one, it says. Well, alrighty then. My goodness. This is a Hot Wheels. This is what the actual Hot Wheels look like in that little case right there. Hot Wheels 50th anniversary 2018 Chevrolet Camaro. The Chevrolet Camaro was one of the first Hot Wheels toy cars released in 1968 and was also debuted in orange. The 50th anniversary Camaro received a special shade of crushed orange exterior paint meant to recall the classic orange Hot Wheel tracks. The interior is black with orange stitching and orange seat belts. Under the hood is a 6.2-liter V8 engine, 455 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs, 455 foot-pounds of torque, and 4,400 RPMs. It sits on 20-inch wheels. My goodness. All these cars, they're just might as well be considered race cars, even though they are more than likely street legal. But at these engines and speeds, oh my goodness. There again, that's just crazy. We have an Indianapolis 500 official pace car, 82nd Indianapolis 500, May 24th, 1998. The 1988 Chevy Corvette Indy 500. Wow. This is number 650 of a limited run of 1,163. They were all offered in the same configuration. The only option that were available was a manual transmission for an additional cost. The radar blue paint with the yellow wheels will make you take a second look, and that is no lie. The yellow graphics of the flag motif, this was the Z40Z package when purchasing one of these new. Official pace car. Wow. And here we have a Pontiac Firebird, 1967. Here's a 1970 Plymouth Cuda. The third generation Cuda was completely redesigned and removed all ties to the Valiant. This generation was built on the E-body, sharing a chassis with the Challenger. The motor options ranged from an inline 6-cylinder up to a 440 CI V8 engine. 4-barrel carburetors. Boy, I tell you, these were very powerful cars. 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. The 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air received all new styling and design. In the 55, they added the V8 option in 55 as well. This Bel Air has been turned into a gasser. For a gasser, you would strip all unnecessary weight, lift the front end, and add a straight axle. This one has a 502 V8 and a turbo 400 transmission. In other words, it's built for racing. And here is a 1961 Willys Jeep utility wagon. Look at that. Now that's I've seen the trucks, of course, and just the regular Jeeps, but that's actually a utility wagon. This was produced from 1946 to 1964. The utility wagon was a four-wheel drive version of the station wagon. This was considered the first production SUV. It has an inline four-cylinder with a 3-speed manual transmission. And here you go. 1940 Ford Deluxe panel. Oh, the paint job on this is just beautiful. I don't know if I can look at that. Just beautiful. 1940 Ford Deluxe panel. In 1940, World War II loomed ever larger, and the people of the U.S. were doing their best to stay off the conflict. The 1944 Deluxe arrived on the scene during this momentous season of world history. Looking fast, even parked, the iconic curves and swells of the 40 Ford came to represent an entire era. Many Fords from 1937 to 1941 were turned into hot rods, chopped and dropped, fenders adjusted, and suspension changed. It also came with a 5.0-liter fuel-injected 210 horsepower at 3,800 RPM, 275 feet per pound torque, and 24 RPM engine. Wow, that's a bad dad now. And there's a 1934 Ford Woody. The Model 40B was mostly known for being the car that Bonnie and Clyde ambushed in. It was offered in many different configurations, like a speedster, a 2-door coupe, and a 4-door. This has been modified with an LS1 and a 4-speed automatic transmission. So this is similar to the vehicle that Bonnie and Clyde were ambushed in. Of course, I don't believe that one was a Woody, but it's still similar. Oh boy, here you go. Okay, Ratula coffin. Alrighty then. This Ratula coffin, George Barris is known throughout the world as the original king of customizers. His creations are legendary in the world of television and motion pictures. This 1923 Ratula was designed and built at the famous George Barris Custom Hot Rods, California, shop by his son Brett Barris. After appearing 3 times on the popular American Pickers television show, the car was sold to American Pickers guys by George Barris in person. The GM Turbo 350 automatic transmission was built by tranny John Saltzman of Rialto, California. It has an airbrushed custom wood grain paint look with hand stripes by Ron Williamson and ends with a personalized California rear plate. Look at that big, heavy, supposed to be a big, heavy chain. And last, But most certainly not least, look at this. This is excellent. I love this. Look at this car. This is a 1987, believe it or not, 1987 Excalibur Phantom. The Excalibur is a car styled off the 1928 Mercedes-Benz SSK. It began production in 1963 and ended in 1993. This car features a V8 with a top speed of 92 miles per hour. I just want you to look at the wheels. Look at that. Wow-wee. And look at that interior. Oh, wow. Really, really nice. Because it's modeled after 1928, it just looks older than it really is. I wouldn't have guessed 1987. But that's what it is. And I love this grille on this. Look at that grille. And all the horns and the headlights. And look at that. That is just awesome. Well, guys, I think we've seen it all. Hope you enjoyed touring this car museum this morning here in Baxter Springs, Kansas. I think we're going to go on and do something else here a little bit. If you're new to my channel, I would ask if you enjoy my videos that you would like and subscribe and share. I do thank my viewers that have subscribed. Hope you do enjoy these. My mission statement is I do these strictly for fun and enjoyment and entertainment. Hope you have a wonderful day. And for now, this vlog is over.